Now, let me give you a secret. If how you feel and how you want to feel are the same, if I feel excited and I wanted to feel excited, then guess what? I don't need to do a technique. I don't need to do yoga. I don't need to do breath work. I don't need to do meditation because I'm in the state that I desire. If I have to keep doing practices, that just means I'm an addict. I'm doing things for the sake of doing. I'm addicted to the doing. No, this is about how you're being, how you're feeling. So, if how you feel and how you want to feel are the same, congratulations. You've done it for this moment. Turn this off, nothing to do. All right, welcome into the Wellness Lab, the podcast that teaches you how to make or create your own wellness equation. You ever wondered how to actually create a meditation and breathwork practice that works? You ever thought that, man, there's so much stuff out there on the internet and on social media around breathwork that I kind of don't know where to start? I'm actually a little intimidated. It seems overwhelming. What's the point? I don't know how to do it. Well, if you've ever had any of these questions come up in your mind, today is what I'm going to help demystify. I'm going to help you debunk and hopefully walk away after the next 30 minutes and understand how to create a meditation practice that works for you. And the real key I want to emphasize today, and I've done some breathwork stuff before, go check out Demystifying Breathwork and Stress Management. You'll see some similar stuff in here today. But today I'm going to get more specific around how you can create a breathwork practice that works for you. Really, what I'm talking about is I'm going to show you how to create a prescription with breathwork. And it's going to start with how do we feel, how do we want to feel, and then based off those two aspects, there will be a gap between how we feel and how we want to feel. Then what is the right breathwork to put in? If we don't start with these places and spaces of how we feel and how we want to feel, then we're kind of just throwing shit on the wall. And we're going, well, I saw this breath work thing. It should work. The teacher told me it works for everything. Well, that's not necessarily true. Breath work is not a panacea. It's not a one size fits all. Anyone telling you that doesn't know much around breath work. So the only way you're going to find out what works for you is through, one, being shown some techniques, and then two, practicing them. So this is going to require some work on the back end for you. I hate to break it to you, but I can't just tell you about breath work. You're going to have to actually do the breath work yourself. But I will show you ways to do that in a very efficient and effective way. That's easy, simple, quick, and maybe even fun. Don't tell anyone. We can have some fun doing some breath work and some meditation and some yoga. The yogis will get mad at me. All right. Anyways, I digress. So let's jump in. Let's go over how to use breath work as a prescription. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we have to understand how do we feel in this moment right here, right now. Let's just simply look at this like a metaphor of GPS. Okay. If I know where I'm going, great. But if I don't know where I am, I can't plug in the coordinates to give me a map. The inverse is true as well. If I know where I am, but I don't know where I want to go, I can't get there. The same is true for breathwork and self-work. We have to first know where we are or how we feel. So let me give you a simple technique. This is probably the cornerstone of my own personal breathwork practices. And I would rarely, if ever, even teach breathwork without doing this first. So this technique you've seen before, it's called Find the Breath That's Right for You. This is how you're going to figure out how you feel in the moment. So then we can then go from here and decide how we want to feel. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes and take a big deep inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. And unfortunately, if you're listening to this podcast right now, like doing the dishes or walking around the house, it's probably not going to work. You're going to need to come back to a time when you can actually close your eyes and sit down and give yourself a couple minutes of practice. This will take 2-3 minutes. So as you sit here, close your eyes and don't do anything, nothing to fix, nothing to change. Simply start here by finding the breath that feels right to you in this moment. And just notice, how much inhale do you need to fill yourself up, to bring in? How much exhale do you need to release, to let go, to breathe out? And then what's that perfect pace or perfect tempo of inhale and exhale for you in this moment, right here, right now? Not too fast, not too slow, but just right. And if it's hard to find the breath that's right for you, do less, fix less, control less, and simply allow it to come to you. If it's the breath that's right for you, you're looking for it just as much as it's looking for you. You're the perfect match for each other. So just sit back, relax, find each other naturally. And then you'll know you've found the breath that's right for you when you feel a sense of release or relief in your mind, in your body, maybe even in your life, a sense that, oh, everything in this moment is okay. It's happening just as it should be. Nothing to fix, nothing to change. And if you need a little more time to find that, you can pause this and find it. And when you found it, come back. But for respecting everyone's time, from here, now, take an inventory from this deeper place, this deeper space of how you feel. Notice how you're thinking. Notice how your energy is. Understand or feel your body, any sensations. And from this deeper place, this deeper space, again, how do you feel? Stressed, tired, energized, excited, bored, lazy, shmeh? That's a technical term, shmeh. Okay, and then go ahead and slowly open your eyes. All right, now that you know how you feel, go ahead and write it down, and write down whatever word or emotion works for you and whatever's coming up. No right or wrong answer, just the feeling you have right now. I can feel in me a sense of excitement doing this podcast, and I'm going to go do some more video work later today. So I feel a sense of excitement. Okay, now I know how I want to feel. Okay, for you, how do you feel? Great. Sorry, now I know how I feel. How do you feel? All right, now that we know where we are, the next step is we need to determine how we want to feel. Okay, so I'm going to say, all right, I feel excited, but I actually don't want to feel this excited. I want to feel a little more calm. So I'm excited. That's my current state. And what I want to get to is a more calm state. Okay, you might have the inverse. You might have something completely different. No right or wrong. So how do you feel? How do you want to feel? Okay. Now, let me give you a secret. If how you feel and how you want to feel are the same, if I feel excited and I wanted to feel excited, then guess what? I don't need to do a technique. I don't need to do yoga. I don't need to do breath work. I don't need to do meditation because I'm in the state that I desire. If I have to keep doing practices, that just means I'm an addict. I'm doing things for the sake of doing. I'm addicted to the doing. No, this is about how you're being, how you're feeling. So if how you feel and how you want to feel are the same, congratulations. You've done it for this moment. Turn this off, nothing to do. Okay. Now, if you want to continue to learn, keep listening. All right. How do you feel? How do you want to feel? For me, I feel excited. I want to feel more calm. Okay. Now there is what's called a gap. There's a gap in destination. How I feel, how I want to feel, where I am, where I want to go. Great. Okay. Let's use three basic things here, three basic states to decide what we're going to do. Let's go with balanced, calm, or energized. Okay. Now there's infinite different ways you could be, but let's go with those three for the sake of time and also really being effective. Okay. So for me, I'm energized. I want to be more calm. All right. So I'm going to either use a technique that's going to balance me, energize me, or calm me. Now, inversely, let's say you are calm and you want to be energized. It's going to be a different technique to use. Let's go over first how to use a balancing technique. So if you want to get more balanced, more neutral, more even, this is the technique you're going to use for that. All right. What you're going to do is close your left nostril. Okay. Inhale in through your right nostril. Hold for a moment. Close your right nostril, exhale out through your left nostril. Okay, now inhale in through your left nostril. Plug your left nostril, exhale out through your right. Okay, I'll demonstrate one more time. Inhale through right. Hold for a moment. Plug right, exhale left. Inhale left. plug left, exhale right. Okay. I'll take a moment, see how I feel. Okay, I feel more balanced. I feel more present. You can even hear my voice maybe a little smoother, a little more even, a little easier. That technique is called Nadi Shodhanam. It is an excellent technique for creating balance, and it creates balance in your left and right hemispheres of your brain. When I inhale through the right nostril, it activates my left brain hemisphere. And when I inhale through my left nostril, it activates my right brain hemisphere. When I go through both sides, back and forth, I'm going from right through center to left and left through center to right. This is how we're creating balance in our hemispheres. Okay. So now I have my logical brain activated and I have my emotional brain activated. Now I have a lot more of myself online. This is a fantastic and really simple technique to create more balance. Okay. So the balance you're going to use, let's say you're going to lead a meeting and you need to show up in a present way, but also you need to listen and be soft. That'd be a great time to use Nadi Shodhanam so you're balanced, right? Another time to be balanced is maybe you're going in for an interview and you want to show up again in a dynamic way that's calm and energized, okay? Those are just some examples of when to use the technique to create more balance in your state. How do you want to feel? How do you want to get to? Okay. Now let's say we are feeling calm and we want to feel energized. What's a technique we can use there? All right. This technique is going to energize you. It's going to increase your energy. It's going to hyperoxygenate your blood. And it can be quite fun, but it also can be a little weird. So just watch me do it and we'll go from here. All right, so this technique, you're actually going to breathe into your belly, not in your lungs. And what I'm going to do is forcefully exhale out through my nose, okay? And then almost like I'm hitting a drum, I'm going to force exhale from my nose down into my belly really quickly. Ready? Watch, listen. Okay, that technique is called Kapalabhati, right? And notice what I was doing is I was forcing air out through my nose down into my belly, almost like I was snapping a drum. I wasn't inhaling. I wasn't going. That would be a different technique. This technique, Kapalabhati, is around forcefully exhaling into your belly. Again, notice I wasn't exhaling into my chest. I wasn't going. I was going into my belly. And you can hear, as I do that, the force of my breath into my belly snaps my diaphragm back and actually inhales for me. So I could do that for minutes or maybe even an hour at a time because I'm getting breath the whole time. I'd probably pass out if I did it for an hour. But when you use this technique, do it for 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Okay, inhale into your nose, forcefully exhale through your nose, pump into your belly just like this. I'll do it like 10 times. Okay, when you're done, take a big inhale. Hold your energy, hold your breath into your body, feel it. Hold it as long as you comfortably can. And then when you're ready, softly exhale. And now feel. Okay, look, you can see my eyes in the video that my eyes are more turned on, they're more activated. I've hyperactivated my nervous system, my sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. My voice has gotten faster. My hand motions are going faster. You can instantly see by watching me that this breath work made me more what? More energized. Okay. So if I'm calm or tired or depressed or stuck, this is a technique to use to get more energized, more engaged, more enlivened, more pumped up. You can even see my body was moving towards the camera now. So do this for 30 seconds, do it for a minute, and then close your eyes. Feel. How do you feel? What's different? Do you feel more energized? Do you feel brighter? Do you feel lighter? You got to test it out for yourself. Again, this is the technique if you're tired to become energized. Okay. Caveat here is if you are a stressed person, if you've got a personality, if you're like me, if you have a tendency to be fiery and you can get upset easily, you got to be careful with this technique because it can activate more of that. So be gentle with it. And also don't do this at night because it's going to prevent you from sleeping. If you work at night, good technique to do at night. If it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you need energy, you don't want to drink a coffee, do this technique. It'll help. It'll fire you up instantly. Okay. All right. Last one. This is if you're feeling energized or stressed, probably is a better word, and you want to feel more calm. Now, what technique do we do? Okay. This technique is about getting your parasympathetic nervous system engaged and online so you can slow down and rest and digest. This is a great technique to do at night. This is called belly breathing. So from here, put both your hands on your belly, close your eyes, relax, and now inhale into your belly. You're going to feel your hands press against your belly, and then up into your ribs, up into your chest, and then exhale from your chest, down your ribs, down into your belly. Okay. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Okay, one more time. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And then smooth it out. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Just like water flowing up and down, just like a wave. Okay, you do that for a couple minutes. Close your eyes, feel. Gently open your eyes and come back. Okay, now notice my voice. My voice has gotten softer, quieter, right? My eyes aren't as open. They're not as bright. I'm not as animated with my hands. I'm actually feeling tired. So that's belly breathing is how you're going to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. That's for rest and digest. This is a great technique to do at nighttime, especially if you have a hard time sleeping. So if I'm stressed, agitated, and I want to be more calm, I'm going to use belly breathing. Okay. If I'm really tired and lazy and bored, maybe a little depressed, I can use Kapalabhati. That's going to fire me up. Or if I want kind of a combination of the two and I want to be more centered and more balanced, I'm going to use alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhanam. Now you have three techniques. You know where you are, you know where you want to get to, either calm, balanced, or energized. And now you have three techniques that you can use at any moment to get you to those desired states. Now, once you get to balance, once you get to your desired state, you don't stay here forever. That eventually will change. And then later on in the day or the next day, you may need to do a different technique. And notice, as someone who's been doing these techniques and practices for almost 20 years now, after 30 seconds, you can see an instant change in my physiology, my mind, my energy, maybe my face, my hand movements. As you do these practices more and more, you get more sensitive to them and you can learn to do them quicker and faster and more efficiently and more effectively. So at first, yeah, maybe belly breathing takes 5 or 10 minutes to calm your nervous system down. But maybe in a month, in a year, maybe you only need 5 to 10 belly breaths to calm your nervous system down. This is where it gets really cool. And it doesn't need to be a breathwork practice that's 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. It can be, oh, I'm in my car. I was in traffic. I'm going into my office. I've got a minute. Which one of these techniques can I do? Belly breathing, Kapalabhati, or Nadi Shodhanam, to get my energy from where it is to where I want it to be. And then now you're playing with more cards in your deck than the average person, because the average person doesn't even know how they feel. They probably have no clue how they want to feel. And then I'm telling you right now for free, they don't know the technique to then get them into the desired state. When you start to get yourself into your desired states, you start to be the most conscious, the most bright, the most aware person in the room. And that's the person that wins. Because why? Well, they're present. They know how they want to be. They know what their desires are, and they know how to get them activated and manifested into this world instantly. Okay. Now, I can say this, you can hear this, but again, like I preface this work with, now it's up to you to go do the work, go practice it, see if they work for you. They may not. Belly breathing may not make you calm. It may make you agitated. We don't know. You need to test that in yourself. But the only way you're going to figure it out is by putting in some work, doing these techniques. My suggestion is take one that you like of the three I showed and then do it for 40 days straight. Do it for 1 minute in the morning, do it for 5 minutes at lunch, 40 days straight, and then notice, how does it feel? Does it work? How does it work? When do you use it? When do you not use it? Okay. And then in the comments below, leave some comments, leave some questions. Happy to answer those. If you need more help, reach out. We can look at doing some private work together. Just email me and we can look at what that looks like. So hopefully that is helpful. That is how you use breath work in a prescriptive way to know where you are, where you want to go to, how you want to feel, and then what is the proper technique to get yourself into your desired state. It is very simple. It's almost easy, and it gets easy once you practice it. So go practice it, go share it, and be well. All right. If you found this podcast, if you found this episode helpful, I don't advertise, I don't ask for anything on this. All I ask is that if it resonates with you, you share it with someone else that it will resonate with also, and it maybe help them increase their health, their wealth, their peace, and their happiness. And we do that one episode at a time. All right. Until next time, much love. This has been the Wellness Podcast, the podcast that helps you create your own wellness equation. All right. Much love.